Hold on. Shane, 1 sec. Oh. Well, hi, we're back, everybody, for our next match here in the 10-ball division. U.S. Bar Table Championship number 22, coming to you live from the Grand Sierra in Reno. And we are in the Kamui Arena. Kamui is the official tip of the USBTC, along with OB, the official cue of the U.S. Bar Table Championships. And we got SVB and Robb Saez here for you. Should have a little better pace to this one. And that scoreboard needs to be reset there above the CSI logo, so don't be distracted by that 6-4. It's first rack. This is winner's side action still here. It's only the second round, but we'll keep you posted of the progress of. Occasionally we'll get a one-loss side match over here, but that's probably not going to be till we get down to the last 6 or 8 guys. Well, that worked out okay for the kid. He's got a nice shot right into the corner. Got to cut it just a little bit, so it's just going to be a pinch. Excuse me. If you happen to, excuse me once again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. It is very, very dry in here. If you have seen the current issue of Billiards Digest, you've seen SVB on the cover, acknowledging his selection for the 5th time as the Billiards Digest Player of the Year for 2014, and that's his 4th consecutive. He won his first one back in '07 when he burst onto the scene. And then 2011, 12, 13, and 14, he has been the Billiards Digest Player of the Year. And he is also the AZ Billiards Player of the Year. And if you watched the Derby City Classic, you saw him receive his trophy for being Player of the Year that AZ had made in conjunction with Simonis and Aramis. And that was a really nice way to go ahead and, excuse me, give the awardee a more permanent reminder of his accomplishment rather than simply just a story on AZ Billiards. So that tradition has begun. And Shane is still going to be the man to beat in any event he plays in this country. So Robbie's break, rack 2. Rob's been living in Memphis as of recent times. I believe he's originally from Connecticut. Spent a lot of time in Florida as well. twice. He was the Florida Tour Player of the Year. He's also a former Seminole Player of the Year when the Seminole Tour was going in Florida and the Southeast. Well, break and run for each player out of the gate. Very, very nice to see. Breaking with his hand on the rail, as he tends to do a lot when he plays on the bar tables. And that's still maybe 75–80% speed there. Well, if he's going to go there, he's going to play a 2-8 billiard into the side. He did look at the 2-8 combo down the corner. He didn't like that. Well, he's going to play the combination. I guess he didn't like the billiard. Two won't go very far here. That was sweet. Nope. Had to cheat it. You could see the 4-ball blocking just enough of the pocket where he had a play to the inside. It had plenty of room to go in the dead center, but he wanted to make sure he didn't hit the 4, and, well, he didn't hit the 4. But the 2 didn't hit the pocket either, and this is on Shane's break. This will be a big turnover if Robbie gets out here and can hold his serve. And you would expect Robb to finish these out, especially with the 7 laying where it is. It's just going to be get straight on the 7 and you're there. So part one for Robbie is done. He won a rack on Shane's break. Now he's got to hold his break here to solidify and maintain the 2-rack lead. Robb's had several pretty deep finishes in a lot of high-profile events, U.S. Opens, etc. Excuse me, and he's just a rock-solid player. Well, it's hard to tell if the 1 will pass in the corner. If not, it'll certainly go in the side off the 10, and the 2's right there. I'm sure he'd prefer to play it in the corner without hitting the 10, because you don't want to move the 10 anywhere. It's already got plenty of pockets, but it does look real tight. And remember, this isn't new cloth, so he can't slide the 1 in off the diamond. He's got to really be fine and easy on the speed here. Good shot. Looks like he's got to go over and back now. And he did his job. Excuse me. He won on Shane's break, won on his own break. And I know there's an awful long way to go, but if you're sitting in Robbie's chair, all you got to do now is win when it's your break, and you can't be beat. And of course, if you're Shane, you can't afford to lose on your break now and give him a chance to extend his lead even further. Watch the deuce. You got a nice bump. Well, he did what he needed to do. So now the heat goes back on Robbie to hold serve here, or he will see his lead evaporate and the advantage will return to Shane because he breaks in the odd numbered games. Shane is the defending 10-ball champion here. He's got 3 or 4 of those. He's also the defending 9-ball champion. He won both events last year. Always strikes me a little funny when I watch Robbie break because he breaks with an open hand bridge. Where do you push now? Push for a jump. I don't like that. What he's going to do. Push for the jump. Also notice he kept the cue ball near the cushion, which will enhance his ability to elevate the cue for the jump shot because you've already got the extra height at the rail, and I think he's got to give it back. I think it was the one ball a little further away from the rail, Shane would have taken this, but to jump and make this into a fairly narrow pocket, I think he just as soon put it back on Robbie. You can see that there isn't a lot of room to get by that point. He's going to play the combination. He's got to take care that the one doesn't go too far to the left. Okay, he held it well. Now he's got to miss the 2. And he did that. Cue ball. Shane wanted to confirm whether it was cue ball fouls or all ball fouls. Watch how nice and smooth he is through this ball. Just beautiful, beautiful acceleration through the cue ball. Doesn't require a lot of power. It's all timing. And we've got a 3-3 match. Advantage back to Shane. He's breaking. I believe he indicated the 7 ball. That was really a nice shot. He could have deserved a little bit easier lead than this. Used the point. He knew that was going to happen too. But he's still tough because I think he's pretty straight. No, he's got a little angle, which means he can give it just a little bit more. Now this is the tough position shot to go to the 4, because his cue ball's headed at the 10. He can't get much on it. If he tries to jack up a little and do something a little more with the cue ball than the natural roll. Got to take extra care with the shot. Wonder if he's going to just come 2 rails. No, just one. Take the cut. And he will come on this side of the 5, I'm sure, over and back. Still got to deal with the far point. Just pinch it. Oh, good stroke. Tell you, from the way those balls looked when after he broke them, to get out from there, I ought to give him an extra half a game. But from 3-1 down, he's won 3 straight racks, and now the pressure's all on Robbie. Robbie has to win this rack, or he could be looking at 6-3. And OB is the official cue of the U.S. Bar Table Championships, and Kamui is the official tip. And that's a pretty good combination to play with. All right, rack 8, Robb breaks. Well, we know that wasn't the plan. What happened was the one didn't come out a little bit. It was kind of on the cushion. I think he hit it a little fat to bring it out. So when it made the 8, the one would come to the long rail. And then it appeared it was still going to hang. But the only, well, I guess I'm not surprised that he played it that way because he's good enough to be able to control both those balls. Shane's getting his jump cue. There's probably 8 inches or so between the 9 and the 2. He will have a shot on the 3 if he makes this. Oh, how'd he hit it? Got a nice little crowd around the arena now that we got this type of a match in here. And that's certainly not meant in any way to disrespect the players in the prior match. I think what he's checking is the 3-rail angle here to get to the 4. Got to miss the 10 and miss the 5. So he decided to do this to take all that possibility out of the equation. And now he's in good line to come past the 5, which will give him the angle to get down there for the 6. Just straight up the center of the table here. He caught the 4 heavy. That's why the cue ball is where it is. He still is going to be okay, but that could have gone real wrong there because he hit the 4 a little fat. Well, as I said, if Robbie didn't win that rack, he'd be looking at a 6-3 possibility, and it's 5-3 with Shane breaking, and it's probably a good bet to think that that is what's going to happen, but we've seen some funny stuff here over the years. You just never know. That's why they play the games. But remember, Robbie had him 3-1. Shane broke and ran. Excuse me, and then Robbie, I think that was the game where Shane gave him back the jump shot at the 1 in the side. And it's been all Shane since. Little bit of a salvation temporarily for Robb. excuse me, I don't know if he's looking to just back kick this and play safe behind the 7, or just back kick it and try to play it in the side. He knows how important this rack is. That's why he's given this a little bit of extra time as it warrants. Yeah, he has called it in the side. Kind of a two-way shot here. The only thing that really could backfire on him here, because he's playing two-way to keep the cue ball down there where he can see the 2, but he'll leave a long 1 ball and maybe no pocket if he misses it. He's just got to watch that the 1 doesn't hit the far point and then go back in the kitchen where the cue ball is. Now, you could never play for that, but it happens. He barely got by that point, but he sure played it well. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Sorry about dropping the headset there, folks. I had to go out and answer a question, and I kind of committed a foul on the headset. So I'm on 1. Good shot. Good hit there. Excuse me. The question Robbie asked me, by the way, was, do I have the option because he missed the ball he was playing? And, of course, my response was, no, if he just misses, I mean, you just come to the table. But the reason he asked me that question is there are some events over the years that have, 10 balls specifically, that have been played with, if you just miss the ball you're intending to make, the other guy has the option. And I don't even know if it's been a while since there's been an event like that, but that was the basis for Rob asking. Going to just left Masse a little bit here, maybe make it off the 8. Try to. Oh boy, see now the option comes into play because he made a ball in a pocket other than what he was intending to do, or he may have not even called anything. And with the ball laying right next to the 2, there's no way Shane's not going to take this. But Robbie was trying to make something happen. He had to. I mean, he could have easily played safe off that 1 ball. He had 2/3 of the ball to hit, but he's not going to beat Shane Van Boening 3 games, 4 games in a row. playing safety battles with him. He may win a safety battle and win a rack here or there, but he's got to string a few. And this was Shane's break, so this was a real important game for Robbie to steal and then be breaking with a chance to tie the match up at 5-5. And what's going to happen is Shane's going to get to the hill, and Rob might have one more chance because he's going to break. So 6-3 for the South Dakota kid. Nice delicate little touch there on that shot. He's going to have to get real precise on the 4. He can get any angle he wants on the 3 from where he is now. The 8's the ball after the 4. And I kind of like that. I like going just on top of the 9 and on the rail. Well, 6-4 is the score. Shane's breaking for the match. He will have one more opportunity to do so should he not win this rack and Robbie breaks and runs or wins the next game. Shane will break on the hill if it goes case. But I'm sure he would just as soon put an end to things right now. Robbie had 3 wishes, and he got his first one, which was a dry break. The second one is we win this rack, but I'm going to have to play a good safety here to get going. And that is not going to do it. Not only did he leave SVB wide open on the 1, but he pushed the 3 out into space where it can be made, off the, and the 2 looks like it's laying well to transition down there for it. Kind of depends on the angle he's got here, but I don't think he's straight. Well, he's straighter than I thought. And the 2 doesn't go underneath the 6. Definitely wants to play it in the side. But because he's so straight on the 1, he really has to draw this with extreme precision, or all the way back and play the 2 in the same corner. No, he was able to do that. Did he hold the angle? I think he did. We're still undetermined on our 4 o'clock match, everybody, because we have to wait for the brackets to fill in at the conclusion of this round. So as soon as we know, you'll know. Well, Robbie got wish number 2 granted of the 3. He's still in his chair, but I'm sure he's real happy to see Shane going for a jump cue rather than going to shake hands. Got to be careful here that the cue ball's not bouncing when it hits the 5, because the 5's so close to the cushion, the cue ball could go right onto the floor. So it's got to settle quick. Oh, how did he hit it, ladies and gentlemen? Come on, no one's that good. Well, yeah, he is that good. Shouldn't be legal to be that adept with a jump cue. Good God, that was a great shot. Look, he's not sure now. He is. No, he still was making up his mind. Still not sure. This is better. Even if you hit the 10, you're going to be okay. And if you don't, you come out like that. Robbie just shook his head and just kind of looked away and smiled. If that's straight, that is not good. I like the way he played it to go to that side of the 8-ball, but straight in near the rail, he's just going to have to take the long cut on the 9 and go up and down with the cue ball. And perfect. It's perfect. Ball in hand. There you go. Nice shooting. Game, set, and match. SVB 7-4. So our first 2 matches have wound up 7-4. So we're going to take a short timeout here, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as we know our 4 o'clock match, we'll put it up on the screen and have it for you then. Stand by, everyone. Thanks.